Hello, am I audible, sir?
Rahul, you are audible. Now you can start.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I, Rahul Kumar, welcome you all to this session of the Faculty Development Program on Research-Oriented Technical Writing 2026. Today, we are honored to have Dr. Puskar Prakash Arya sir with us. We are grateful. We are grateful to Dr. Puskar sir for kindly accepting our invitation and sparing valuable time to share expertise with us. Now, with your permission, I would like to briefly introduce our esteemed speaker. Dr. Puskar Prakash Arya sir obtained his BE degree in Electrical and Electronics Engineering from VTU in 2012. He did his MTech in Control and Industrial Automation in the Department of Electrical Engineering, NIT Silchar, in 2015. During 2015 and 2021, he did his PhD in Control System in the Department of Electrical Engineering, IIT Roorkee. He has postdoctoral experience for 1.5 years in the Department of Robert Bosch Center for Cyber Physical Systems, ISC Bangalore. Previously, he worked in the EEE department at NIT Trichy, and now he's working as an assistant professor in the Department of Electrical Engineering at NIT Patna. He has been the recipient of several national and international awards during his PhD and is the recipient of this SERB National Postdoc Fellowship in PDF for the years 2024 to 2026. However, he deferred NPDF to join NIT Trichy. His research interests include systems and control, linear and nonlinear control theory, formal methods, reinforcement learning, cyber physical systems, multi-agent system, and robotics. We are indeed privileged to have such an accomplished academician and researcher with us today. On behalf of the organizing committee and all the participants, I extend a very warm welcome to you, sir. Without taking off much of your valuable time, and I request Dr. Puskar sir to kindly deliver today's lecture. Thank you, sir. Over to you, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Let me do some few basic setups. This. Okay, I will be delivering basically the software called IPE. So let me start the presentation. So it will be more like interactive kind of session. So I will be directly presenting through online. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, my screen is visible.
Yes, sir. It's visible, sir.
Okay, so the topic of presentation is the IPE Extendable Drawing Editor. So in this, I will be covering mostly about the introduction to IP, basic operations in IP, making figures and making transitions on figures and equations, etc. And also, I will show like how this could be included with LaTeX. So the basic brief intro is it is an open source extensible drawing editor. So extensible means we can have more number of extensions could be included in this software. We already know like Visio and Draw.io. So those drawing editor we are using to draw any figure, block diagrams, or so this is kind of that, but it considers like whatever the text we are writing in this IP is interpreted as the LaTeX. So the benefit is like any complex LaTeX equations or anything we can write in this editor, and also it is, suppose there is some transitions in the equation or in the figure, those can be easily incorporated in this. So you will learn this today. And it was developed by Professor Otfred Sion from KIST Korea. And its manual is available online and offline. It's open source, and there is no need of any installation of the software. You can directly download and start using it. And it produces EPS, PDF, or IPE, which is in XML format, or it's PNG or LaTeX format. And it is, in this software, it is easy to align objects with respect to each other, called snapping. So it is easily done in this software. And more plugins like IPLets are there, and it is compiled for Unix and Windows, and it is written in C++ and Lua 5.3. And it can read EPS, PDF, and IPE formats. So if you have file in EPS or PDF, so it can read. But however, if it is not possible to read if it is not created in IP. So suppose if you have some PDF file created somewhere else, so it is not possible to directly work on that. But yes, some images or JPG or PNG can be included, and you can do some work on that. But it's not like you can change individual lines or any text in the PNG. Okay, so these are some basic things. Let's directly go to the software. So to download it, we search IPE software. So I go to IPE extensible in drawing editor. So in this, we have this manual. So it can be PDF or like online version. So this is online version of this. So this whole is the manual, and it's also available in the PDF or EPUB format. And you can also develop this IP library documentation. Now to download, we need to download the current version of IPE. So we have this for Windows, for Mac OS, for Linux, or maybe may the source be with you. So I will go to this Windows because I have this Windows software. So I will just click it. It is downloaded now. So I simply cut this and I will paste this on the desktop. Yeah, this is P. So now we extract this software. Is it? So we extract it. Okay, the software is over here. Go and extract all. So now I go to the software and IP 7.2.9 to 29, which is the latest version. And then I go to bin, and there is some this IP. So let me close this. It is there. So this is interface for the IP. So this is A4 size figure or the space in which we can draw. So we go to this file, we have new window, just open, we can export as PNG, PS or SVG, we can insert images, we can run LaTeX, we can go to edit. So we have a lot of options. So in this, suppose we can draw any kind of figure. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Okay. So this is the graphical interface. Now we need to choose this, like create this in the form of like presentation. So its paper size will be different. So all this definition in this like figure, in this figure will be defined in some format. So we can go to edit and see style sheet. So there is style sheet called basic and standard. So in this, if you go to basic, we go to edit. So there are a lot of this codes you can see IP style. So it's already defined. So this thing we can also change. Whatever we want, we can change it manually, and or we can also directly use it. And we have something called standard. We can go and edit this as well. Okay, standard is so in this to add this presentation. So I have like barebone style or default presentation style. So this style you can search uh, on the Google. So these styles are already available. So what I did is I just copied all the style properties. Let me open with this text. I will show you. So yeah, this is the style XML version 1.8. So this name is barboard presentation and layout is 400 by 300. Origin 16:6, frame is this size, and all this layout is given. And this is IPS style. So I have copied and saved it as IPS. So now I can choose this. Now this is standard 4:3 style for this presentation. Now there are different options in this. Look, let me discuss again, like in detail. So this is the select object, and the shortcut is S. And this is for the like translate. Suppose if I draw, suppose if I draw a square. So this is the for a square. If I draw a square, so I start here and then I will click over here. So now this will become a style. Now I can directly press S from the from my keyboard. So directly this select option will be active. Now it is selected, and if I want to translate this, so this is the option, which is that shortcut is T. I press T, this is active. Now I can translate to anywhere, something like this. I can draw a rectangle, so axis parallel to rectangle. So I can draw something like this. I can draw this kind of rectangle over there. So we have the center and uh, this corner. I can draw rectangle with shift square. So like in this way. So at any angle I can do this. Now we have another option which is parallelogram. So I can this and I can draw this kind of parallelogram. This is for drawing the line, right? So I can draw a line. So if here I have done left click. Now next click, left click will be the next corner. This is the next corner. This is the next corner. This is the next corner. Now when I need to end this, so I will press right click over here. So it starts over here. It ends over here. And these are the corners where I have done the left click. Now this is for polygons. So I can draw polygon something like this. And the point, suppose if I want to end, so I will click right click. So if I draw hexagon, suppose something like this is kind of hexagon. So now I can go to new page. I can add a new page in the presentation. So this is the new page. So here you can see this is page number 1. This is page number 2. In page number 1, if I double click, so it will be active. And these drawings I have already done in page number 1. I select page number 2. Now this is empty. Now let's draw squares. And if I draw a line over here, so this is the line and polyline. So I can draw straight something like this. And this is the end. This is polygon, which we have already seen. This is splines or curved lines. So I end it over here. So all this possible of drawing is possible with this curved lines. And now this is polygon. So basically the curved regions. So I can draw something like this. I can draw something like this. So I start with this point, and then if I need more centers, I draw it, and then at the end I can draw right click. Right now I can fill color in this. The color of this is black. Right, I can select this and I can change the color of this lines. So I can make it red. So this is red now. I can uh, increase its width. So this is the properties of line. So it is heavier. So I can choose heavier. So it becomes more thick. So or I can ultra fat. So this becomes the first I select and then ultra fat. This is more thick. And also I can change it manually. I can make it 5 over here, pen width. First select and then 5. It becomes more thick. So I can change any thickness value. Now I can fill color in this. Let me change this to 2 only. 2 is fine. First select and then less and 2. Now I can fill color in this. So I go over here. It is select. It's already selected. If we select to violet, so it will be inside this. This will be violet color. Selected. And then I need to know this is the and then I choose. Okay. Let me okay, yeah. Here is the option for to fill the color. So I can choose this. I can fill color with this. And the color can be selected from here. Now in this, the boundary points are not colored, right? So what I will do, I will check the boundary points over here. Here and there alpha pin trans. Yeah, fill color, stroke and fill. Stroke only, fill only. So I will choose stroke and fill. So the boundary points will also get the same colors. Okay, same over here. If I choose this like square or this rectangle, so I go here, right click. I will go to this stroke and fill. Stroke only or fill only, stroke and fill. So obviously this color will be filled with this. So I can choose any color, maybe this or light cyan. I choose this. I can choose this light blue. And suppose if I choose the color only a stroke only or this fill only, so based on that it will be selected. Okay. So this kind of curve we can easily draw. Now this is circular arc. We can draw something like this kind of arc. This is again like circular arc from left to right point. So go from here. This kind of thing, right? I can draw a circle or I can draw an arc. Right? I can draw a circle with center. So this is the circle with center. I can draw with radius. So this start point, this is end point. This start point, this is end point. Right? With 3 points, circle by 3 points, 1, 2, and 3. So suppose if I want to circle to cover this whole thing, so I can draw something like circle with 3 colors. And this is some ink. I can draw anything, something. Okay. I can draw any kind of structure in this. So this is like overall options we have over here. Now I go to page 1, or let me go new page. New page. So page number 3. I go over here, page number 2. Now in page number 2, suppose we are drawing some line, or suppose we are just draw this word. Just draw this rectangle, and I want to move this. So the movement will be only on this. What do you say? This with this points, right? So whatever the grid we have, it can move only within the grid, right? And if angle we choose, it can go only with the with 2.5 degree resolution. Now, if I want to move this randomly, so I will unselect this option. So it can move to any point, any angle.
Hmm. No? Hmm.
Yeah. So these are like overall things we have. Now I make it to full figure. Now, the thing is, when it will be very much helpful, this IP will be very much helpful. So though we can draw complete presentation in this, I can make a complete presentation in this. So to make the presentation, let me give some titles. IPE or simply introduction to IP. I can choose math mode or of different sizes, large, maybe normal, of different sizes. Because as I have discussed, so it considered every text as a letter. So I can move it. So S option, I select, and then I for movement I put T. Can make it. Now I can make it bigger or larger, smaller. So I can simply select. Okay, this is the text. So probably for text, it's not possible to do this. I go to edit text, and we have this huge, all those things we have features. So based on this size will change. I can make it center. And I choose this squares and for this select an introduction to IP. So I can uh, like add more slides. So I can write something in this R2TW 2026. I can change this color from red to any purple. So it become purple. So I can make it black, blue, or navy, anything. I can change its size as well. Edit text can go from normal to I can make it huge. Okay. I can put date over here. So suppose date is 11/08/2026. Go to the select option, select, and then for movement, I put T. Now, if I want to add, suppose logo, I can directly copy and paste, or I can go file over here, insert image. Suppose TP logo. Into smaller. Select this movement. I can do. So I can directly make whole presentation in this. But making presentation in LaTeX is more easier. So you can use that. And this can be used especially to make transitions in figures or equations. Suppose we want to solve. For example, I will show you. This is suppose slide 1. Now I go to new page. Let me draw a three-phase curve or suppose a control system diagram we have. So if I draw a closed loop control system diagram, suppose I choose squares. Okay, better I write something C or S. Make it the math mode and the size as the okay, normal is fine. And I make a squirrel over this. instruments. Okay. Go to select option. I selected it and then I move to something here. I can copy, I can paste something with it. Then I can copy and so this is the controller. Suppose this is the plant. I right click on this edit text. Instead of CS, we have GFS. And here we have suppose the sensor, just H of S. Now I will go to this line. We'll draw a line between these two. Okay, one more thing I should do is let's choose these options. So delete this and align all of them. I think it should be less. Okay, for alignment I can directly now I will draw a circuit for the summer block. Now I can draw a line from this to this to this. Okay, one more thing I should do is I should change this and make this color as this. So black. And fill. Make this line to same thing I should do. So speed normal. So instead of normal, I can make it to line width. So this is another arrow and this to this. Let's connect it over here and from here to here. Okay, so this is the closed loop control system block diagram. So let's write this figure. Closed loop control. Okay, now suppose if I want to explain, so every block once at a time. So let me write this positive. This is the math. Okay. So positive will be over here, and minus negative will be this. Edit text to the map. No. So select this and choose something over here. Okay. Now, if I want to explain this controller plant and then this sensor separately. So let us suppose if I want to, so in this case, what happened? So this page will be same. Only thing the information will be changing. So when this information changes, so there is option called layers. So I need to put different layers in this. So we have this alpha layer only. So in alpha layer, all this information is given. Now, if I want to suppose in the transition form, I can put this transition in terms of different layers. So layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, like that. So in the first layer, we have this information or this diagram or this content. Now I can go to layers or I can go to views, new layer and new view. Now in this layer, if I select only beta, it's empty. If I select alpha, we have the same thing. Now in this layer view 2, this is view 1, this is view 2, which is view 2. So in this layer, I can add a few things. For example, I can add, this is the controller. So I can write controller. So controller. Now, if I want to put this in a box, so there is something called, let's say, how do we write? Box text related. I can use that, use the direct command. There is something called fbox. Okay, we have this fbox. Or I right click over here. I will write fbox because it supports. Yeah, here we have. So this text is in the box, and it every time whenever you save, IP will run this LaTeX command. So it so we can choose enable online LaTeX compilation. This, or if you have this MikTeX installed in your computer, then it will directly take all the LaTeX command from the MikTeX. So in my PC, it's already installed. If I don't have, I can choose this enable online compilation. But in this case, I should have this internet connected. Then only it will be able to run. And it will take all the syntax and commands from latex online.cc. So since I have already this, so I can choose this as the controller. And then I can draw this text over here. It is the arrow. So it shows this is the controller. Right? Now the next, now if you go to the view, in view 1, we have this only this. I go to view, next view, I have this controller. Now if I have to add more views, I can go here, new layer, new view. Now in this view or in this layer gamma, we have this figure. I can add more information in this. For example, this is the plant. I can write simply plant and draw this, right? Now, if I go to this view 3, so we have this view 1, view 2, and view 3, right? I can also check it from here. Previous view is this, first view is this, and then next view, and this is the next view. So we can say this transition is very easy in this IPE, and this can also be done with the equations. And if I want to write this, suppose sensors, I add this sensor and then I simply draw this. So this is the sensor, right? Now let's try to save this as a PDF. Save as desktop test one. I will save this as its source file, which is in XML as well as save as PDF. Now, if I go over here, on the next have this test files. So in this, you can see like this is the first phase, second phase. So this is the presentation we were making. This is the figure one. So in this figure one, this is a closed loop control. And then we have this transition, which is the controller, and then transition is the plant and sensors. Now, this plant and sensor appear simultaneously. Why this happens? Because, see, if you go to alpha layer, we have this. We have in this, I choose view one. In view one, I want only this figure. In view two, I want this closed loop control structure as well as the information about this controller. In view three, if I choose, I want all these three things: controller, this plant, the closed loop control structure, and information about this plant. Now I go to view 4, new layer, new view. In view 3, suppose this is view 3 if I choose, I don't want information about the sensor. So what I will do, I will select this one, and then I will go to this layer and I will move this to layer delta. It means fourth view. So there are 4 layers, and in different views, I can choose which layers to be shown. Right. So in view 4, I want all these 4 layers to be shown. So now if you save as, so let me close this first. Test one. So go here. I will be doing this. So this is a presentation. This is view 1. Next is the controller. Next is the plant. Next the sensor. This is how this could be easily done. And these are a lot different pages. So in this is page 1. This is page 2. This is page 3. View 1. View 2, view 3, view 4. And then this is page 4. This is how it saves the PDF. Now I can directly insert this PDF in the LaTeX, and then all this transition could be shown easily. Another advantage what we have is, since it is directly linked with this LaTeX, all these texts are considered as the LaTeX. I can directly go to, suppose if I want to insert any equation, suppose if I want to insert this, I will copy this on that time. And I want only this LaTeX code. Yeah, so I'll select all, copy. I will go over here, text. I can write it over here, and I will paste it. I will remove any dollars. And since this is the math mode, so I will choose this math. Okay. Now, when you save this, it will automatically compile all this text, and you will be saying the LaTeX equation on this mathematical equation. So I can change this edit text. I can make it math mode, and I can make it bold, or I can make it large. I can write any equation over here. Here, suppose let me write some x is equal to this. Let me write more complex equation, or let's this, or maybe limit. Okay, let me copy all this and insert over it. Or if you have the math mode, you can directly write choose this. So in this, this math mode is already locked. Simply paste and remove any kind of this initial dollar and sign. Okay, it's already done. So it's very easy to do this. I can also edit text. I can go to editor. So in editor, I have all this mathematical equation. If you have very big equation, you can directly write, copy and paste over here. Suppose if I have it, okay, just save this and it will automatically it will recompile. Now I go to next page. Let me do a new page. Now let me create a matrix, something matrix, or 3x3 matrix. Suppose x s. One. This plus, okay, ax plus u. Okay, and over here we have x dot. Copy over here, paste it. Remove any dollars and equations and dollars. So already in that model. Okay, it's raised to this. Now in this, I can define. I can explain. Suppose this is system matrix. Get boxed. Okay. System matrix. Now I can go in this. If it is possible to change the color, I can change the color of these matrices, right? Or I can directly define from here. So this is your system matrix. And suppose this is the first derivative of state, and this is your state. I can write something as state. This is the state as. And this is input matrix. This is input matrix, right? And this is the control input. Now, suppose if I am explaining this to students, or if yeah, or in some presentation I am explaining this. I want this transition to be happen one by one. So first I will explain X dot, then I will explain the system matrix A, Then I will explain the state, then input matrix, and then control input. So it become very simple in IPE. So how do we do that? So I will go to this views, new layer, new layer. So I will choose all the things which I want to transfer to the next layer. So let's first choose all this, shift and click all of them. Then I go to layer, move to layer beta. Now in view 1, I have only this. Next view, I have all these things. Now what I will do, I will views, new view, new layer. Now I will choose all the remaining things which I don't want to be explaining this right now. So I will select this and then I will go to this layer, move to layer gamma. Now in layer beta, we have only this information. In layer gamma, I have all this information. Now I can go to this view, new layer. I want to explain only the system matrix. So I will select all this and I will move this to next layer. So I will select all this and then I will go to layer, move to layer delta. Now in layer delta, I have all this information, and in layer gamma, I have only this information. I go to delta. I want to explain only state. So I will select this control and input matrix, go to layer. So first I will have to create a layer. So new view, new layer, layers, then move this to layer epsilon. Now in layer epsilon, I have only this two information. Now I will select view, new layer, and I will select this, and then layers, move to layer zeta. And zeta we have only this. Now we have this view. Suppose view 1, we have only one this matrix. In view 2, I want to explain this state derivative. Then I choose view 3. I want to explain this alpha, beta, and this system matrix. In view 4, I want to explain this all this information, the state. View 5, I choose view 5, I want to explain all this information along with this input matrix. And the remaining is input vector. So in input vector, I want to explain all this. And even individually, I can change the color as also of individual things. Suppose in view 1, I can change the color of this. Instead of green, I can choose, let us suppose, violet. Right? Let's now save this file, save as this on PDF test file. Control system, this transition is shown. And then we have this system matrix. I can explain this first derivative of the state. I can explain the system matrix and then state and then control input, or the input matrix and the control input. Right? And if you have very complex equations or like make very complex diagram, it's very easy to make and present in using this IPE. So when I suppose if I want to include this to LaTeX, I will go to my LaTeX. Let me go to the presentation. I will create a new project, blank project. I will go to blank project, ROTW 2026. Great. Okay. Now document class, I will be creating a beamer. introduction to IP. Now I go to opening in document. So instead of this section, I will be needing some things. And latex. So how do we add a PDF file in latex? So I will be adding this file. Test one. Now include PDF. Test one PDF. And the package I need is PDF pages. And in this, I can choose any number of pages from which page to which page I need to include. So pages is equal to like simply slash. So if I run this, so I will get the PDF. Okay, for adding page, I don't need this thing. Now in this way, like all this PDF can be directly added to this PDF, like your lyric presentation. And then once I can download, and if I run this RO 2026, we can see introduction to IP, then including PDF and LaTeX. I can now this is the PDF added to this presentation. So we can see. So it becomes very simple, this kind of transition to explaining any mathematical equation or like any uh, kind of figures. We can make figures very easily in this, right? And it becomes very simple. Otherwise, writing like making presentation, this GUI or the overlay is, or or you can use any LaTeX software to make the presentation. That becomes very easy. And IP, I suggest to explain any kind of this, like equations or figures, because any complex equation I can write in this. I can simply copy and I can paste in any figure. So I can represent the equation or the transfer function of this sensor over here. I can represent the transfer function of the plant over here. Right? I can present any equation or the controller over here. It can be PID or any kind of thing. So if we have a very complex transition, for example, in case of MPC, or we have reinforcement learning or any complex algorithm, so then it becomes very easy to explain through this IP right? And I will show you a few things which I have already done. IP files. So this thing I have made in IP. So making presentation in IP, you can show. Suppose I am writing an equation. The solution of the quadratic equation is this. So in the same way, using this transition, I have explained the equation of this quadratic equation, and this is the solution. Let's draw three-phase sinusoidal uh, current or voltage. So this is R phase, this is Y phase, or RG, and this is third phase, B phase. So same thing I have done, like different layers and different things. So with this is a fan. I can draw something like this. So we have the four views in this, and in each view, the fan is rotated. So this is the figure. So in the same page, I have this body diagram. Next view is the KP versus KI curve, and then next is the step response. Same way, like I have one more flow chart. Let us see. You can suppose this is the trapezoid I have. Next, I want to explain the rectangle, and then I have this circle, and I have this infinite. Then I have this rhombus. This thing is very easily done in this IP. Same like control system I've already explained. So this controller, plant, sensors, right? And yeah, in IPA, is there anything else remaining? So mostly it's is this. So and also like if you have the whole page, suppose if I have this whole page as this, so whole text I can copy and paste because if every time you run, it will be uh, like compiling the whole text as the LaTeX. So that advantage we have. Uh, these are like the same, only thing text is given. And also like you can directly copy and paste. If I go to the snipping tool, let us suppose I take some part of this question, I simply copy and I will go over here and I will paste. Just a second. This is a very big figure. So this is for making it smaller or bigger. This is transformation, or even I can rotate. I can select this and then I can rotate to any angle. Any figure or any curve, I can rotate with the help of this. And suppose if this is called shear, suppose if I want to just transform this, and anything I can do. Since this is a rectangle, this will always be rectangle. Yeah. Overall, these are the things we have. So layers, I have explained anything new layer, linear active layer. I can delete any layer. Views, I have already explained new view or delete view. So I can any kind of view. Suppose view 6 view I have. So I can delete any view in this. Okay, I can select and I can delete. And then I have this pages, new page, cut page, paste, delete page, or jump to any page. And also like there is something called IP presenter. So in this presentation, I can put a note. So in IP presenter, so this whenever you are directly presenting through this IP presenter, so this note will be open side by of your presentation. So if you have some additional information you want to explain, so then you can put this or you can refer this note while presenting. So I can put in any like equation. So I can write. I don't want to check like why this some test. Okay, IPLets we have like lot of features in this aligning of this figures and then objects, Euclidean geometry we have. Like there are a lot of options we have, which once you start using, you will come to know about this. So, like suppose if I want to object something about 1 point right or object or 1 point left, so all these options we have 0.1 to 0.1. All these, but all these things are already there in this. So I can directly choose this, and I can directly move. I can directly move this. Okay, so in IP I have all this, but there a lot could be done with this like later. So I'm not going to explain this. So that is separate part of this, but I have explained you how to include this in PDF. Any PDF generated in IP in your presentation and explain very beautifully. Okay, so I will stop here. And I hope some sessions must be there for how to make the presentation in LaTeX. So that is also a very good topic, like how you create a frame, how you put a pause, like writing like different figures, all those things, and like jumping the slide from one slide to another, and writing the proofs or this mathematical equations, theorems, all those things we can do, and putting references on this. So hope there must be sessions on that. So if you have any question, you can ask about the IP.
No further questions, so we conclude the session. Thank you very much, Dr. Puskar Prakash Arya sir, for delivering such an enlightening and engaging lecture. Your valuable insight, practical experience, and thoughtful discussions have greatly enriched our understanding of the topic. I'm confident that all the participants have benefited immensely from your expert guidance. We sincerely appreciate the time and efforts you have devoted to this session despite your busy schedule. On behalf of the Programming Committee of ROTW 2026 and all the participants, I express our heartfelt gratitude to you. Once again, thank you so much, sir. We wish you good health, happiness, and continued success in all your future endeavors. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
10-15 दिन आराम से थी ना, तो तब तक मुझे सर बोलते वही भेजी तो लास्ट टाइम बहुत खराब वाले पेपर थे, जिसमें मुझे तो पता नहीं यहाँ पे पेपर कॉन्फ्रेंस है जन से इसका ये वाला मॉडल देख लेना, तो डाउनलोड कर लेना सॉफ्टवेयर, फिर कनेक्ट कर लेना वहाँ पे, और फिर चाहिए तो कॉमनली दोनों को भी लगेगा तो फिर यूज़ कर सकते हैं। इंक तो है, अगर नहीं होगा तो फिर मैम से पूछना, ऑफिस में कंप्लेंट डाल के फिर मैम से पूछना पड़ेगा, ऑफिस से कंप्लेंट डाल के तो कार्ट्रिज भर के दे देंगे। वैसे तो है अभी कलर नहीं, दोनों भी नहीं है कलर अभी। कलर में वो अलग से लगता है ना, कलर का ना क्या वो उसका अलग से आता है कलर, ये नहीं है, दोनों भी ब्लैक एंड वाइट ही है।